up with ways to describe this group. Mackenzie.
Modernize.
Okay, good. So they all wanted to modernize their country. Jared?
Militaristic.
Militaristic. Very good.
Yes, Jared.
Gavin?
Dead. They're all dead now.
Yes, they're all dead now. The leaders or...
Yes.
You mean the leaders?
Yeah.
Okay. Patrick? Okay, so you want to say that the leaders were power hungry? Okay. Jacob? Controlling, good, because they were dictators, they had full control. Jacob? Platt?
Expansion, because they wanted to get bigger.
Right, they wanted bigger countries, they like to tell that's a part of modernizing. But and last one, Mackenzie, one more thing.
Awesome.
They were all awesome, why were they all awesome?
Because they just did a lot of great things for their people. Oh, yeah, I guess not.
Horrible.
I mean, there are some good things, because these countries, they did modernize, right? They're not stuck in, the ancient times, so they did modernize their countries.
They were suave.
Okay, so if you guys would put this on page 177 in your books. This goes on page 177.
I think the last one really reflects, well, I got that one
I'm
wrong.
sorry.
What page is this again?
177.
What page?
I'm using the...
Okay, is that real quick?
Thank you, thank you. Wow, I'm so embarrassed.
And that person would be like, oh, idiot. You thought the talker was awesome. I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, you need the light for me? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good.
What?
Again, it's goes on page 177.
Did you actually get the word again? Nope.
Yeah, no, I already asked you.
Guys, I missed you last class. Where were you?
State.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
Okay, does everyone have the stapled in their notebook? Okay, so we're going to start our next activity. It's called Russia's City of Steel. So I'm going to pass out some directions for you. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some pictures. We're going to look at an article by an author called John Scott. And we're going to take a look into a city that Russia made called I always get this wrong. Magnitogorsk. Okay, there we go. So we're going to take a look at this city that Russia made, and we're going to look and see what was going on there, what workers are doing, how people live there, okay? So let me get a few of these.
Here, Ryan, do that.
Are we doing this together?
Ellie, yes.
Okay,
Only
fine.
Miss Harris is gonna do it.
Okay. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Stalin's economic plan. So before we look at Russia's Steel City, we need to understand what Stalin wanted to accomplish in this city. So I'm going to pass out a picture that represents what was Stalin's economic plan, and we're going to talk about it more.
Oh, it goes the other way. Turn the whole card around. Like a 180. Yeah. And this is 181. We forgot this one.
So the page that I just gave you is going to go on page 181. Page 181.
Can we staple this into 181? Go on the way.
Miss Harris.
Wait, do we put it in our notebooks or?
Yes, it goes on page 178.
No, 181.
Alright, what's happening here?
We.
Oh, I'm
This is the
sorry,
instructions.
181.
Yeah, it'll go here.
Wait, we staple it?
Don't worry about it. Just, you're gonna annotate it first.
Mr. Claudia, can you help me with this?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Claudia, muscle man. Yes.
Ian!
I'll flip something through letting you know. No, yeah, no, one more time. Yes. Yeah.
There we go.
Yes. Smile, Mr. Honey.
Thumbnails, Scott.
Most of my first year of teaching, I was doing that every day.
Really?
Like, that's the worst.
What a struggle. The struggle is.
I know.
Can everyone see this, or you need to get the lights?
Telling I think I need the other line. That's
Can
pretty.
you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So,
Okay.
there were four main parts of Stalin's economic vision, okay? So the first one, I'm going to write around this so that you guys can take notes on this, okay? Any question on that?
No.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm good.
Okay.
The direction though.
We didn't get there yet. We didn't get there yet. Okay, so first part was a centralized economy.
How do we what? Take
You
notes?
can just write around it. So Stalin wanted a centralized economy. He decided that the state would take control over the economy, as we know, and the government decided what would be produced by whom in 5 years. So he had a 5-year plan. years of his plan, Stalin set production quotas or targets. Okay? The plan called for construction of massive industrial centers to produce materials for tractors, tanks, airplanes, and ships. So all this was a part of a centralized economy. I am. Okay, so the second part of Stalin's economic vision was a socialist ideal. So, all Soviet citizens were not for individual gain, but for the overall good of the working class. So nothing was individuals, it was all for the betterment of the whole. And we have agricultural production.
Avril.
She even here?
No, she left.
The school? No, class. Of the world.
So agricultural production, can you guys see them?
Yes, we can.
So they needed to increase food production to support workers in growing cities and industrial centers. Grain was needed to trade abroad for tools and money. So we see that peasants were forced to give up small plots and were collectivized onto state-owned farms. So how I said earlier, all the farms were owned by the state, but the peasants worked on them. And then farms also had to meet the quotas that were set in the 5-year plan.
Trying to get Jared to move his desk back because he's in the vision. It's okay. No, it's fine. It's great.
Yes. Okay, and then the last one is was the plan to industrialize. You want to see that?
Yes.
So we just have to do that thing over again.
What country is this? I'm so confused. Oh, Russia.
What country is this?
Russia.
There you go.
Because the leader, the dude's
Soviet
name.
Union.
The Soviet Union.
Yeah, that's it.
There is no Russia at this point.
At this time.
It is the Soviet Union.
Wait,
If you
what's
write
the
Russia
Soviet
on your,
Union?
the Soviet Union was Russia and many other countries kind of put together. I think it was 15 different nations put together.
I mean, so they had Russia before this, and then they made Soviet
Yes.
Union, and then they're gonna go back to Russia.
They have been back to Russia since 1991. But if you put Russia on your test, it is incorrect.
Wait, it's Russia now, though.
Right, but on this test,
The Soviet Union.
It's not Russia right
Soviet?
it's not
I
Russia.
know it's Soviet.
It's the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
Whoa.
So it's a
USSR.
federation of states. It was dominated by Russia.
What? Oh,
So in Stalin's plan to industrialize, they wanted to create a new Soviet economy that could compete and catch up with the West, okay? They wanted to transform the agricultural Soviet Union into an industrial power, and they believed it needed to happen very quickly. So what were some of the countries that the Soviet Union were trying to catch up with? The U.S. and who else? Who wants another?
Canada.
Very good. Great Britain.
Australia.
Great Britain.
That's close.
Kazakhstan. Canada.
Does anybody have any questions on Stalin's economic vision?
He was a great guy.
So knowing that his vision, he wanted a centralized economy, a socialist ideal, and agricultural production, and a plan to industrialize, we're going to take a look into Russia's Steel City and see if his vision was actually